Hey guys, it's Shewolf from Gamers Knows Best, bringing you a video that was probably overdue for. So, I'm going to be showing you some little things that you may have missed in the base of operations in the Division. So, we're going to go over the wings that are in the base of operations. I'm first going to start with the tech wing because it is definitely the most advanced one out of them all. So, here we go. Now I have 100% in all of the wings, and when you're trying to do this, you come to this laptop, which will show you all the upgrades. Now, each one costs a different price. Most of them are 400, this one's 1,000, and then you have a couple that are 200 each. There's side missions and different events and stuff that you can do to make up the points if you haven't already 100%. You want these because they each give you different perk rewards, skill rewards, and talent rewards. So you might want to check that out and see what you get. Now, little things that people might actually miss are there boxes around the base of operation which give you pieces for crafting. I will explain crafting a little bit more once we get to there. But there's electronic pieces, tool pieces. You can get either a green, a blue, or a gold out of them. But you do only get one. I'm not exactly sure on the reset time, but I do know that there is a short one. So just keep checking, and hey, they're free crafting. Now most of the places in the base of operations are pretty much just to allow you to see your data and things that you need to collect, how much you've collected out of those pieces, and so forth. But for the tech wing, there's actually a little neat thing they added when you hit level 30. Do not try to find this guy before that because you won't see him. I believe this is actually just an empty space until you hit 30. Now he's the special gear vendor. And when you click on him, he gives you different weapons, different pieces of gear. There is gold gear as well, so keep checking back. The stats are set, so whatever he has for you, they're set for that week. He does reset every week, so check back for that. But what's major about him is he actually sells these for Phoenix points. Now these are all the blueprint. I highly recommend buying the blueprints because of the fact that you can always craft more. All you have to do is just get materials, purples, greens, blues. Heck, you get credit, buy some, and then just dismantle them. That way you can build up your crafting materials. But at least with these, you can actually go back and forth to try to get the sets that you actually want. And you can have several sets if you choose to. Because everything is offered. There is stamina, there's electronics, and there's also firearms. So depending if you want DPS, if you want health, or skill power, these are all here for you. There's also, these change every week as well. So it could have the masks, it could have different guns, it can have different gear mods, which you can also buy as well. I have one of each, and I will show that once we go down to the crafting area. But I would definitely come check this out. Get the Phoenix points. You can get them fairly... By doing the hard missions, you can get 15 from each mission. There is 2 of them. And if you have a group and you can do the challenging, you get 30. So you can build up pretty easy if you do it every day at reset at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Or you can go into the DZ and you can farm bosses. I'm sure you can look around. There's videos of people who have routes and stuff to actually kill bosses. You get between 1 to 4. I believe the update that's coming on the 12th will actually be changing that a bit depending on the level of the boss, so might want to check into that as well. Now all the blueprints will also give you skill level 31, so you might want to check that as well. Farming for yellows is not really recommended in the DZ because it is rare to get the pieces and you have the chance of them only being skill power level 30, which is pretty low. So I definitely recommend doing the special gear vendor when you hit 30 so that you can actually get the 31 skill power, especially with all the new updates coming. I believe it actually requires to have that skill level, so check that out too. Now here's the recalibration. Now for yellows, this is another spot I don't really recommend. It is a great spot, yes, and it is handy if you have pieces of gear that you really want to keep, but you just don't like the stats. I guess this is for you. But when you're doing yellows, the problem with this is it costs you your Phoenix points, and you're not guaranteed what you're going to get. If you see here, I've done the holster already, and now it's going to cost me 48 to do it again. So each time you do it, it actually goes up more in your Phoenix credit. So, and you're not even guaranteed. When I actually rolled this, I was trying to get the gear mod slot because, hey, it's one of the best things that you could have, so you can add your firearms or you can add your stamina or anything like that. But of course, I didn't get it. I actually just got the exact same protection from elites. So even though I rolled, you're not guaranteed. It is all chance. So do it at your own free will, I guess. If it's your thing and you want to test your luck, go for it. But I don't recommend it. If you have purples, blues, or greens, it uses your credit, and they're pretty low. So if you want to, I guess, just roll on those. But if you're at 30, I'm pretty sure you're working towards the yellows anyways, so. But either way, that is the recalibration station and how it pretty much works. And that's pretty much about it for when it comes to the tech wing. Like I said, you can see if you're trying to get all the achievements and you need to know about how many echoes you have or how many phones you have or anything like that. The wings do help you know exactly how many you need and what you're still looking for. So for that, it is helpful. But the tech wing is mostly helpful for when you hit level 30. Alright, running down to the crafting station. And then I will show a quick glance of the other wings. Now this is the crafting station. Again, this is something I do recommend, as for the fact that you can do as many rolls as you want as long as you have the crafting materials. Now, as you can see, I have several different guns right now. I have rolled these several times. I can't even really count how many times. And I have a bad roll. I'm not gonna lie. I get bad rolls. And as you can see, there's also the damage between 8,000 to 9,000. I have 9,000, but that's on my Liberator, and as you can see, that one goes to 8,000. You do have the chance of going higher. I also have mods on my Liberator, so that also makes a difference as well. But as you can see, it says power level 31, and that's what you're looking for when it comes to the higher gear. You can also get random talents, and you also have the chance of getting higher mags. You can get higher damage, but again, it's all chance. But at least with this, you can actually re-roll if you have the materials. Same with the gear. You have the chance of getting a gear mod slot, which again, very handy when it comes to your gear. If you want firearms or stamina or anything like that, it's very handy. And again, power level 31. And of course, when you're buying these, make sure you watch when you're buying the blueprints, because blueprints are set to either stamina, skills, or health. So make sure you choose the one that you actually want for your main.
Athletic or emergency response training of any nature is asked to inquire at the security desk.
You can also get parts as well. Extended mags. I get pretty low, but watch your rolls and stuff, and just make sure you check your guns and all that stuff. Knee pads. This is the gear mods. You can also buy them as well. And these are the crafting materials. So as you can see at the bottom, the resource requirements are blue. I need 5 of them to make 1 yellow one. These are actually going to be going up as well in the next update on the 12th, so you might want to check that out as well. So I can craft 1, and then there you go. Now I have 1 yellow part. Now, for example, when you go in the dark zone, you're actually able to get division tech, and you can find them in the little crates, you can find them in boxes, anything you can scavenge around. I would recommend doing so. You find them in the PvE world, you find them in the dark zone, you can find them anywhere. Anytime you see any form of box, I would open it up, because the division tech is actually a lot easier to craft because it only requires 2, though again I believe that's going up in the update as well. So make sure you check those patch notes in case you want to do the crafting ideas. Every time you try to scroll, it goes somewhere else. And of course, blue ones use green, so which then once you do that, it creates the blue one, which allows you to make the yellow ones. So again, crafting is a really neat idea. You can pretty much get the gear you want as long as you have the materials to do so. So might want to check that out. Let's see if I can, let's make something. I've been trying to get a higher roll on this one lately, so let's craft one so you guys can see. So for this one, I got 10,361 damage. And I actually got 2 perks that actually work with what I have. Reload is 13% faster. So it's not, I guess it's not too bad, but I'd have to compare it to the machine gun I already have, so right now it's comparing to the Liberator. Make sure if you want to compare that you put on the gun that you actually want to compare it to. So just recommended. Alright, so there we go.
This is an emergency service
Also,
notification. Due to risk of infection,
before we go
all
into the
school
tech
sessions
wing,
have been suspended indefinitely. There will be an announcement made.
alright, so this is the security wing. Now, when you come in here and you walk up here, there's actually another little box. When you click on this, you're actually guaranteed 1 piece of anything. It could be a gun, it could be gear, it could even just be a piece of clothing like a jacket or something. It could be blue, it could be purple, it could be green, it could really be anything. I've never gotten a yellow, but I'm sure, you know, if you're lucky, you probably could get it.
Look it over.
Now you got the Dark Zone vendor. This, you have to be level 30, rank 30. But he does only sell purple, so for me right now, it's not really useful. But for anyone who's, you know, working towards their yellows, this might be another option for you. I don't know if the level changes if you're lower. I know you have to be guaranteed to be rank 30 in the Dark Zone, but I don't remember exactly if you have to actually be level 30. You could possibly be low level. So truthfully, I don't fully remember. So when you go to the laptop, here are the other ones. Again, make sure you check these over and see your skill rewards, your perk rewards, and your talent rewards. Again, some of them are 400. I believe this one, yes, this one is 1,000, and then you have a couple that are 200. So make sure you check that out, see what they actually give you, because you can change these around, so make sure you check that out. So when you come back here in the supply line, if you like appearance, if you're one of those people that like to, you know, show how you look or something like that, you might want to actually check into here. He changes every 24 hours. He changes what he sells for appearance, and he changes your weapon paint. And he actually has quite a few good ones. let's see. I have a few of them, as you can see. So it's something to look into if that's the kind of stuff you like. Some yellows you can't paint. I believe it's the named ones you can't actually paint, but the ones that aren't named you can. So you might want to look into that as well. Coming over here, just a quick run in. You see again, these are spots you can come if you're trying to get those achievements. So I have 45 out of 130. I gotta hit that out of the park sometime. And of course, I got 6 out of 6, so 20 out of 40. So this just helps for, if you're trying to collect everything. Also, if you want to see the story, I would definitely look at all that stuff. There's a lot of helpful hints in there and everything, and it is actually a really good storyline.
Hey, gotta see it to believe
Alright,
it.
moving on to the advanced weapon vendor. He has 2 yellows. Now, I'm going to tell you this. They don't change. We have been waiting, me, GKB, and Zaz have been waiting since the day we opened this guy to see if these would change. We thought maybe once a week or something, but they don't. His purples change every 24 hours, but the yellows never change. So, just to forewarn you, if you're waiting for them to change, they don't. Those are the same 2 ones that he's always had. So, check that out.
I'll be here if you change your mind.
Alright, coming over here. Now, a lot of people might actually miss this. I thought it was kind of neat how they added this in. But it's the shooting range. And I believe this one costs 200 to unlock. You come down here, and if you want to try out a gun, like say you just crafted it and you weren't actually sure if that was a style you'd like, you can actually sit here and shoot at targets. It's a neat little thing that they added, and I'm glad they did. It's just one of those fun little things if you're bored, too. Oh, I missed that one completely. So, it's just something to look at. I thought it was neat. And of course, we got restock, so that way you can keep shooting if you choose to. And then, of course, there is the special ammo, which kind of give you, like, your grenades and all that kind of fun stuff. So, again, another box just to look forward to. And that's pretty much the security wing. It's, like I said, it's more about the data and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to run over here and go to the medical wing through the actual door. Alright, so when you come in here, again, there's another little crafting thing. But this time for fabric. I got a yellow. And then, of course, the laptop. So if you want to be a healer, this is definitely the one you should look into. Again, 400 to 1,000. This is the 1,000 one. And the 200 one. So, you might want to just check into that and, make the character fit the best way you want it to. Again, not really sure what most of these do. I do hope that they actually eventually add a bit more to it, because I don't really find a lot of, like, of course they give you your rewards and they give you, the perks, the talents, and the skills, but, well, and I guess they just look pretty cool as well for the setup. There's also consumables. I don't know if anyone actually looks at any of those, but using the foods and the drinks and stuff like that actually give you different buffs, so you might want to look into the ones you have as well. That's another one. I'm full. I tend to forget to use it, but so yeah, that's that's pretty much the gist of the security wing. There's really not a whole lot to this one. It's kind of just used for, I guess, like I said, it's skill rewards and stuff like that. And of course, you have your mod vendors and your gear and your weapons. I really only use them if I need to buy stuff to dismantle. I have so much credit that it's just sometimes easier to buy a whole bunch of purples and just dismantle them. So, but that's just me. It might be useful for other people who have yet to hit 30 and still working with purples and all that stuff. So check into that as well. But alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. This is just a quick little run through in case, small things you've missed and didn't even really notice we're in here to begin with. So, again, hope you enjoyed. If so, please leave comments below. If it sucked, well, leave comments below too, so that way I can get better at doing the videos. It has been a little while since I've done one, so don't go too hard on me. But thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for more shows to come.
Hey, chick.